Hello, my name is Scott for SB Gaming. Welcome back to Prison Architect Women's Edition. We're here on day 44. We have $36,000 in the bank. It is almost 6 a.m. and I took a look at the prisoners that we have, and we are bringing in 11 minimum security, 9 normal security, and that is because of, well, we have 74 of 80 and 13 of 13. So we can bring in 6 minimum security. Over here we can bring in 4 medium security. And then I'm going to be bringing in 5 more of each just to be in the dormitory here. Although with that said, I can go up to 16. So I might as well do that. We'll add another 6. And so 8 plus, yeah, we're going to 14 and 12 for a total of $10,200. Our maximum security is pretty well capped out at wherever it is. We have 115 maximum security and 115 maximum capacity. So we won't be bringing in any more maximum capacity unless we upgrade any of our maximum to supermax. And we apparently have 24 protective custody. Yeah, about that. Now, unfortunately, I couldn't really find much on the access only. For now, I've dedicated this as access only. I'm assuming it only gives you access if you're allowed access. People will try to avoid access-only zones if possible, preferring to take other routes around your prison. I've made this access-only, so maybe any of the people coming in for Visitation Chapel will come through here instead of through here. That actually might be nice. That might be what that's for. So you can have prisoners, or rather not prisoners, visitors, very close, yeah, not go through your prisoner zones. So yeah, about that. I'm gonna have to take a look at visitors to see if any of them actually come in through here. Yeah, about that. Anyway, it is 6:15 in the morning, and a few additions were made in the security office. I added a few more phone taps. I think I added some door controls, but they aren't actually connected to anything. Well, right about that. And we have 21 guards available. Let's hire a couple more guards. 2, 3, 4, and 5. We're down to $34,000. And we apparently have a death. All right about that. And as you can see, I added some more showers. I added a second shower room here, and there, although they aren't yet. Utilities, hot water. The hot water has not been built in yet. And we have another death. And we have 6 deaths. 7, 9. And Yuri Safik is spoiling and has a shotgun. 13 deaths, 14, oh god. Oh wow. That is so many that are dead. Or, yeah, unconscious. Wow. There be blood. And we have a riot. Of course we do. Oh wow, this kicked off. Alright about that. Let's bang up. Send everyone back to cells. And prisoners came in. Not yet. Oh no, we lost one of our 100%ers. Let's bring them in for now. Alright about that. 20 deaths. At least I don't have failure conditions. And we have strong and stoical. And we have a snitch. Anything going on over here? Nope. We have 7 armed guards. I went up to 85. Or no, I didn't. I added. No, I went up to. Okay, so we've only lost 1 guard. And 1 armed guard. And the right has been. Oh, wow. Yeah. And apparently. Murdered by prisoner. Paisley Lee destroying. Strong and a snitch. You know what, Lee? I might have to upgrade you to Supermax. Murder. Yeah, about that. Get over here. You know what? Anyway, we are going to check snitch. Alright about that. Well, we have 20-something deaths. Alright, let's release the bang up. And they missed their eat time. All because of this riot. Yeah. Our prisoners are going to be furious that they can't meet the need. Yeah, about that. Oh, there shall be blood. There shall be blood indeed. $50,000 in the bank, so yeah, about that. Unfortunately, that all started, or all happened. We have another guard, or not guard. Here's the question. Oh wow, do I need more dog handlers? Let's hire another 4. Armed guards. They should be good. Okay. Guard patrols. Anyway, guards. Yeah, we're gonna just want to assign some to these, whether or not they actually get. We're gonna assign to these blocks, this block and this block. Just increase the number of guards. And now we have 13 prisoners unable to be assigned to a cell. Really? Is that just because of... Oh, wow. We might need a few more doctors. Let's throw one there, one there. And now we are going to go up to... Since Yes, we did add some more guards being stationed. And now I am going to want to check intelligence and informants. And we got... Nope. Recruit informant. We have... Recruit informant and... Recruit informant. Anyone else? 14 prisoners unable to be assigned. Really? Wow. We have 40% coverage. Let's just deactivate you. Since we got everything that we need, I think. Quick. Yeah, about that. Intelligence, informants. Alright about that. And oh, we got a potential CI here. Not you. Nope. You. Not you. You. Alcoholics group therapy, success chance. Alright about that. Now, anyone else want to be an informant? We have 15 prisoners unable to be assigned to a cell. There's absolutely no reason they can't be assigned to a cell. Because how many cells do we got? We got 93, yeah, 92. Did we get a tunnel? Remove tunnels. Yes, apparently we did. Alright, so we have 100 protected custody, 60 parent capacity, 16 unlocked capacity. We have 24 supermax, 100, 115, 92, and 93. Okay, so I'm not sure what's going on with this, that 15 prisoners unable to be assigned to a cell, unless that just means... Oh, bother. That, yeah, I bet that. Why is there no free cells? Does that take care of it? 13, 12. Or could it just be... Yeah, it could just be... Oh no. We got cells here. 10, 9, 8, 7. Alright, well, it's taking care of itself. And what I would like to do is sell some more of these. I'm going to sell those. Because reasons. $45,000 in the bank. We have 501 prison cells. How did we get 501? Alright about that. And are we good? We are... One prisoner is unable to be assigned to a cell. Alright, I don't know why it would be saying this. We actually have... It is eat time, logistics, food distribution. Oh, bother. And yeah, the dead bodies and injured bodies have not been picked up. Escort to cell, dormitory. Looks like we might need more guards. 2, 3, 4, and 5. Can we have them prioritize these prisoners? Intelligence, informants, and we got... It's not you, it is you. Stone Lake, recruit informant. We got you, recruit informant. Alright about that. And we have one prisoner is unable to be assigned to a cell. I'm not sure why that would be. Yeah, about that. Now, where did our doctors go? Where are our doctors? Staff, doctors 4. Well, let's throw one doctor in there. Throw one doctor in there. I have no idea where the other doctors are. Oh, they're waiting to get in. Let's just lock that open. And I am going to sell objects. Sell more of these. And I think what I'm going to have is enough to be able to do... Yep. We barely have any guards of help and we're up to 100. Well, let's hire up to 105. And now what I would like to start doing is building perimeter wall. Because reasons. We have nothing much else to really spend our money on. So we're going to start on that. It's $11,000. We're going to build a perimeter wall there. We're going to build a perimeter wall here. And here. I think I'll connect that. And we have insufficient funds. That's how to spend $40,000. Alright about that. How are we doing? We have lots of potential informants. Not you. Wow, we have a few in here. There we go. You, Area Hawkins. You can be 1, 2. And you can be 1 as well. Jenna Cookie Killer Dobbs. Alright, they are good. None in there. And it is free time. How are their needs? 186 prisoners are suppressed. 34 prisoners have serious complaints. 77 prisoners are shackled in their cells or in solitary. 13 punishments have been handed down recently. If we take a look at the needs, hygiene is really high on the list. Yeah, I bet that. And now, I want to send you over here. And where does it say that a certain number of prisoners need medical attention? Okay, right here. 2 require medical attention. Where is the other one that needs medical attention? Wherever you are. Right there. Okay. And there goes the doctor. There we go. And now let's just check informants again. And we have another potential CI here. Recruit informant. And we have a potential CI here. Nikki the Minx Tate. Alright about that. If we were to take a look at intake, it is currently 1 a.m. No, we're not going to. And what happened here? Oh. Oh, that's right. Electrical power cannot cross. So I'm going to want to come to there at least for now. Yeah, about this. Bother. Like that. Alright. Let's prioritize that. As well as that. We'll lock that open for now. Until that gets power. Come on. Anyone want to do this? There we go. And now over here. They are good. Alright about that. So it is 3 in the morning. And in about half an hour, I'm going to want to check intake, logistics, food distribution. And so we got demand of 15. Oh, that's because of this. Alright, did that. Although with that said, how many do we actually have a demand for? Room quality. Alright, those are full up. Alright, so we're going to need none there. Wow. Alright, 4, 17, that's 21 medium security. Unless that is because they are serving sentences. Oh, bother. 1, 2, you are... You are maximum security. 1, 2. Alright, about that. Logistics, food distribution. So we're going to be good there. Yeah, I'll just bring in 21, I think. Yeah, let's bring in 20. There's 10 in here right now. Those are... Oh, you can't even see them when they're... Alright, about that. We've lost 3. Oh, wow. We're up to 24 Supermax. Yeah, we had a few get upgraded from normal security to maximum security, and a few, more than a few, we had like 11 upgraded from maximum to supermax, or from normal to... Yeah, about that. So we are definitely going to be bringing in a chunk of prisoners. But we can bring in a couple extra maximum security. $13,000. About that. And I might as well continue on with the perimeter wall. And I can only get to there. I can add another 4 bits. Yeah, about this. I'm thinking I probably should build this first, rather than up here, just because they are more likely to tunnel. Let's do a shakedown. Maybe they'll piss them off. Build a few bits of perimeter wall there. And they are tunneling. Yes, indeed. Alright, about that. Let's remove tunnels. We don't have the money because tasers. Alright, about that. Well, I'm going to get a loan so that I can remove tunnels. And how are we doing right now? Logistics, food distribution. We have 80 and 13. That's fine. We have 8 and 59. That is 12 here. 21. However much that is. 12 and 21 is 33. 33 and 4, I think it is, or 33 and 3. 33 and 3. $19,500. How many mothers do we have? We're up to 27 mothers. We're up to 23 protective custody. Alright, about that. And yet we have $21,000. That's right. Am I going to want to... Do we have anything else to sell? Not really. Alright, well, $40,000. Let's decrease our loan. And I might as well start building more perimeter wall. How much can we build? Up to there. Alright, about that. Let's build it. Build the wall. And it is after 8 a.m. Let's bring in our informants. Protective custody. We don't have... We're going to turn off the shakedown. And we are going to bring in you, and you. And we have another law enforcement. That allows us to fill up our protective custody. That is kind of nice. Fighter. And we have $1,000 cash flow. Yep. 100% coverage, so excellent enforcement. Anyone who is otherwise protective custody. Informant. And you, destruction and attack staff, you're locked down for 60 minutes and solitary for an hour and 15 minutes. Alright about that. And if we check, 25, 66. Oh wow, they might be going hungry. Very well, quite possibly. Yeah, about that. Some of them are not getting meals, although there's 37 meals here. That is annoying. There's 19 here. There's demand of 5. Here's a question. How are they doing for food? Supply 12. So one thing I might want to do with them, they are going to be supplying this canteen. Yep. Them, and them. And then them and them. And what was that? That was bureaucracy. We have permanent punishments and death row approved. Execution liability. Small cells, that's what we are currently working on. And we don't need the legal prep because reasons. And let's continue the perimeter wall. 11 more tiles. And there's another $1,000. It doesn't tell us how many snipers we have there. We have 10 snipers. And there is some more early release prisoner rewards. So we are going to build more wall. Let's build it to there. And then I'm going to start building up this way. We can build up to there. There we go. And pretty much at this point, there's not much else for us to build. Don't really have any ideas what I want to do for this, because we have kitchen, we have chapel. We could build parole services over here for them, but I think the chapel is more than sufficient here. We could build a cleaning cupboard. That's a possibility. What else? What else? We could build a library. That's another possibility. We apparently have a lot of dog handlers in here. And a few tired dogs. So let's throw in a few more dog crates. And if I'm not mistaken, Should be going this way. There we go. Speed that up. And another $15,000 early release. We're going to add more perimeter wall. And can we get up to here? Yes, we can. $17,000. They're working on that. That is nice. Build a few more bits there. How much more are we going to need? We are going to need about $10,000. We're going to need 32,000. You know what? For now, we're just going to grab a loan. 25,400. Let's grab a second $25,000. And now, so we have all that as perimeter wall. We are going to put down that. And you know what? Let's go for another $25,000 because I feel like building the wall. There we go. Another $22,600. Another $6,000 early release, so we will build that. And you know what? Let's go for another $25,000 because, yeah. $20,400. We're now $100,000 in debt. Once again, we have just under $1,000, and there's another 2 deaths, apparently. Where did they go? And they're guards. Alright about that. 1 armed guard and 1 dead, 1 regular guard. Yeah, about that. That is to be expected. Alright, about that. Anyway, at this point in time, I am going to take a break here. We built the wall, and now it's just a matter of paying off the debt. There's not too much more to do in this prison, so we may be wrapping up the prison very soon. And before we continue, I want to make sure to sell these objects because reasons. Money. Like $7,600. Nice. Alright about that. Anyway, at this point I'd like to say thank you for joining me for this episode of Prison Architect Women's Edition. Prison is looking good. It's mostly complete. There's a few touch-ups to do, which may take 1, maybe 2 episodes, all depending on what happens. But other than that, thank you for joining me. Thank you for watching. My name is Scott for SB Gaming. And as always, have a good day.